Joining me now is Rupert Lowe, former Brexit Party MEP and spokesman for Reform UK. Rupert, thank you so much for joining us here on Talk Today. You'll be really pleased about this super poll in The Sun today, showing that Reform is on a record high.
Well, Jake, this isn't new. This has been happening for a while now. I think the sort of 22 million hard-working Englishmen who suffer in silence and pay their taxes have had enough of the charade that we call our political system, which is not functioning. And I think this is an extremely seismic moment. And sadly, I don't think either Starmer or Sunak and their sort of clowns in Parliament quite appreciate what's happening. This is Middle England saying it's had enough of the state basically growing like a weed, not working properly, inserting rule, licensing, all sorts of fetters, net zero, which, as we know, is not proven. It's all just hypothesis. And they're trying to destroy the way in which everybody lives their lives honestly, decently, and they're overtaxing them. So it's hardly surprising that Reform, which is what it says on the tin, we are real people standing to reform the way the country is governed. And what we want to do is foster enterprise, foster the ability of people to further themselves, and actually stop this creep of socialism and central planning, which throughout history, Jake,
first of all, just to pick up on a couple of things now, I think you've told us what Reform is standing for. I mean, first of all, in that 12%, you did say it's Englishmen. I assume it's English men and women and British people in general, because you have
English men I use generically, Jake.
Okay, so
yes,
that's fine. I just wanted to pick you up on that, just to be clear.
I know you get fixated with puerile little things like this, but the fact of the matter is, this is serious.
Come on, let me go. As puerile as I may be, let me have a go. Come on. So, look, you will be really pleased with it.
By the way, happy Easter. Happy Easter, Jake. It's Easter. Happy Easter.
When it comes. But fair play, you'll be pleased with that. But it's not enough to win, is it? So even if you went from 12 to, say, 14%, you won't be winning a general election. You probably won't have any MPs. Would you accept that?
No, I don't, because I think it's a bit like the Mona Dam, Jake. When Barnes Wallis's bouncing bomb hit the dam, it took several bombs to go off before the dam cracked. So the cracks have been appearing. The water is now flowing through, and there's only one way it's going.
Okay, well, come on, Rupert Dambuster Lowe, then. Let me ask you this. Reform has done quite well in the polls, but it is the lion that doesn't roar, in my opinion, because you were the candidate in Kingswood on the same day as the Wellingborough by-election, and I can't remember your exact vote share, but in Wellingborough, Reform only got 13%, and it was being talked about by journalists and politicians somewhere Reform would do very well. It was a 60% plus vote leave seat. So you have got these good poll ratings, but you're not outperforming them when it comes to contact with the voters, are you?
Well, I think what we achieved in Wellingborough and Kingswood was actually was huge.
But and you matched your national vote
Kingswood, where I stood, because the aptly named Chris Skidmore stood down. Ultimately, that's, I think, 350th on our target seats, and we ended up with 10.4% of the vote.
Okay, well,
from a standing start.
Let me ask you this then. I don't know, you may know, where Blackpool South is on your target seat list. That's a by-election coming up on the 2nd of May. How is Reform going to win that? Where's that on your target seat, and how do you think you'll do?
Well, I think Reform, Jake, is there to allow people to vote for a party from outside the current political establishment.
No, you said that, Rupert. I've given you a chance. You said that. Specifically on Blackpool South, though, where is it on your target list, and how do you think you'll do?
Do we have a specific target? No. Are we standing to allow the voters in Blackpool South? Hang on. Are we standing to allow the voters in Blackpool South an alternative to the existing two-party state? And ultimately, we are there. If they choose to vote for us, they'll vote for us. If they choose not to vote for us, they won't vote for us. But we have an extremely good candidate there, and we are optimistic that we will continue the trend of doing well. And when we stood in Wellingborough and Kingswood, by the way, the polls were less favourable to us than they currently are now. So they're continuing, the trend is continuing. We are growing in popularity because we offer common sense policies. We offer effectively the British people a chance to take back control of their lives, stop all this nonsense that's being pushed down our throats, cut the size of the state, start to address the problems we've got with immigration, which is absolutely out of control. And there's a national
can I ask you about
emergency.
immigration for one moment?
Jake, sort out the indolence that now festers in our society, where you've got nearly 6 million people who are actually not working, are on benefits of some kind. We cannot allow that to continue. It's not right.
Rupert, look, I wanted to ask you about small boats, but we've run out of time. Thank you so much. Really enjoy having you on the show. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Pleasure, Jay. Happy Easter. Have fun.
Happy Easter to you when it comes, as they say.